Hello guys, this is Z-Man, but you can call me Tanner, and today I'm bringing you part 2 of my Fallout 3 walkthrough. Today like I said last episode, if anyone actually watched that, I'm going to be giving my personal review on the game. The game was, well, I'm just going to start now, okay? Nothing really important happens, it's just your birthday, you get the Pip-Boy and a BB gun. That's really all that happens this episode. But, so the game was released in 2008 by Bethesda Softworks and ZeniMax, and it won Winner, Game of Show, and Best of E3 by IGN, Game Critics, and GameSpy Best of E3. So it won quite a few awards right off the bat, which was pretty surprising because if you ever played the first three actually Fallout, there's Fallout 1, 2, and Fallout Tactics, and then Fallout 3 was released. But if you ever played one of those, they were all top-down shooters. Nothing like the new Fallout 3. But those were all made by Obsidian. And then they were going to release a Fallout 3 in 2003. The game was canceled due to just Obsidian had a different project they thought was more important that was never actually released. But so they just pretty much stopped Fallout 3, and then 2 years later they contacted Bethesda, which they started to make the brand new Fallout 3, which is what I'm playing now. And so when it was released in 2008, it was one of the bestseller. It was the best-selling RPG of that year. Well, it was like one of the. Well, yeah, it was the biggest RPG of that year. And
As a matter of fact, I did.
after that, 4 DLCs came out, which were Broken Steel, which continues the storyline after the end, Mothership Zeta, The Pit, and Broken Steel. No, and Operation Anchorage. And oh wait, there were 5. I'm sorry, I forgot the Point Lookout. Yeah, so and a year after all of those were released, the Game of the Year edition came out, which is what I'm playing now. But so now at this point, all I've covered is just the game. But now I'm going to tell you its very good assets and its flaws. One of the storyline is, this is like kind of a con, but not really. The storyline isn't too deep. Like in most RPGs, you kind of want a nice deep storyline, but you really don't get that usually. Well, no, actually, let me rephrase that. You usually get a really deep storyline, but with this game, it wasn't that deep. But I'm pretty sure there's over 100 hours of gameplay, and no, a little over 100, I'm guessing, but including the DLC. But sorry.
Let's not give you a hard time, but you don't take that seriously.
So the game, I'm pretty sure DLC wise there's at least 60 hours of gameplay if you do everything, not just like go straight through it. Then there's only like 20-30 hours of gameplay. But so that's really nice. It's a really good game. I can't stretch that enough. If you haven't actually bought this game yet, I don't know why you're watching this, because you should not be watching this. You should be out at GameStop buying the game, because it's like the best game. And then following this release in 2000, I think 11, I actually want to say. Yeah, 1 second. No, 2010, yeah, it was 2010, Fallout New Vegas was released, which Obsidian came back. So, and that game is $20, so if you want to, like, buy both, and you can get the Game of the Year edition and Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition, Fallout New Vegas, for around $60, which is 2 games, 1 Game of the Year edition, which is a great price, so I really recommend that. But so the game's pros, I would say, is the length of the game, of course, the massive amount of weapons. There's got to be at least 200. Now there are just like standard guns here and there, like the hunting rifle, the 32, the 10mm, but then there are the guns called like, well, the BB gun. That's a special weapon. They're like they're rare weapons, which there are at least 75 of those in the game, and some of them are really hard to find, but some of them you can just find really Like with the BB gun, that's kind of rare, but you can get one right off the bat. But so like there's guns like the Fat Man, which is just a gun that shoots mini nukes, which is so awesome. No wait, the Fat Man, I can't. No, the experimental Merv shoots 8 mini nukes, and that thing's just orgasmic. It's amazing. It's just the coolest thing ever. I love it with a passion, a very deep passion. But there's a follower system in the game. Most games have the follower system, but some games like Oblivion didn't have a great follower system. It had one, but some of the followers, like if you beat the whole arena, you could get a Torch Boy, who is just the most useless thing ever. But I usually just keep him in my house. But so the follower system, you can get them, but in like Fallout New Vegas, you can get all followers no matter what you are. But in Fallout 3, it's good karma or bad karma. There's like people like Fox and people in the Brotherhood of Steel that will help you only if you have good karma. But then there are the people that like Butch, after a separate quest you have to do, you have to have bad karma. So if you have the karmas, it's a little bit different to the game. But and that leads me on to the karma system, which is a really cool system where you can like well, what you do pretty much changes the way the game flows. Like if you're a good person, some people will work with you, but if you don't, some people will ignore you, which can be kind of a problem. It'll make it harder if you're. It'll make it harder depending on which way you go. Each way has its different things. Wow, I just whistled while I was talking. That was awesome. But I'll give it one more pro because the video's almost over already. It's got a minute left, almost a minute 40, and so I like the way you can, like some RPGs you can only play first person or third person. Fallout 3 were like, hey, let's give them both options, which was really smart. Just Bethesda overall got that right on the mark, and that was a really smart idea. But it's kind of nice that like sometimes I'll just want to play a little more cinematically, so I'll play in third person. But sometimes I just want to get down to business and I'll play in first person. Now, one more con is I would like to say that there is no aim down sights, or some people call it ADS. So the gun, you can aim down sights, but you're not actually down the sights. It's just like I don't know the word for it, but it's like a zoom in. That's exactly it. You're just zooming in. You're not down sights. You're just in zoom in. See, like right here in the gameplay, you'll see you're not aiming down the sights. You're just zooming in. It's again a very good aiming system, but it's something they fixed in Fallout 3. And one more thing I would like to say before I go is VATS, what I'm using right now, is one of the coolest additions to the game. I love it. It takes a little challenge off the game, but you need those little breaks here and there. So, this video is coming to a close. I just like to do a little recap. It was my birthday. I turned 10. I got my Pip-Boy. Jonas and my dad fixed a BB gun up for me, so it was a pretty good birthday. I wish I could get something that cool, but that hasn't really happened yet. So I just would like to say, so could you guys just please comment, rate, and subscribe? That would be so awesome. Thank you, and goodbye.